Hey guys, I am live. I hope everybody's had a wonderful day. I know I've had a good day. Um, been here, there, and yonder, but for the most part, I've been doing my own thing. Um, you guys have must have seen. If you haven't seen it, you must go check it out. Um, the video that I posted yesterday, it ended up. I got good feedback from it. I had Hey DF Networks, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Patricia Angel, hello, hello. Um, but yeah, the video I done yesterday, yes, it's really shaky. I do apologize when I'm moving. It doesn't have stability. My editing program did not work with the trying to stabilize it either. I did stabilize it the best way I could, and it still was bad. I'm sorry. Honey Bub, sis, how are you doing? Um, I ended this last video that I've done, you guys, if y'all have not checked it out yet, um, there people have Karen Crocheter, it's good to see you. Um, haven't if you haven't checked it out yet, you guys might want to do that after I do this live stream. I'm not gonna be on too long. Um, but I wanted to let you guys know there are several different people said that there were whispers in this video that I done. I didn't have my spirit box rolling at the time, and I didn't have nobody else with me. I was by myself. You hear me talk about a thump, and then there you go. Patrick Bear, it's good to see you. And let me add you. There you go. Um, but there were whispers there. I even had a couple people say there was a woman or a figure of a woman dressed in a different era um, clothing. Pan one way, pan back the other way, that figure disappears. Um, I tried looking at the footage. I kept getting distracted. Pam Simon, it's good to see you. Um, Honey Bubs, be right back, grabbing ice cubes. Okay. Um, but yes, if you have not checked out my latest video, um, and you're quite welcome, Patrick. Um, you've always been a pretty big supporter of mine, and now I really trust you, and I think highly of you. Um, yeah, that feels good that I finally got the footage set up for to where I could um, make the videos again. I got maybe two or three more. Chris the fam, it's good to see you. Hello, hello. It's been a while. Um, and with this Riverside Cemetery, the last thing you guys are gonna see is the um me in the car. Of course, my sister was driving. Doing a spirit box session in the car, and there is some prominent uh things that come through. You can hear them pretty clear. I made sure I went through. Now, I did have to cut some of it out because I made sure got permission or was told to take them out of it. My sister is the type that she is really weird about being on camera, and she didn't want to be on camera. So I had to cut that part out plus the spirit box session. uh, just that little part out. There wasn't really anything there to begin with, um, except they did. The only thing was during that conversation, they did acknowledge that they knew how to use what I was talking about, and it was just talking about the EMF detector. That's the only thing I cut out. My sister was in that part shown, and she didn't want to be shown, so I had to. I'm respecting her wishes. Other than that, it's going to be clean. It's not going to be edited. The only editing you'll see is the very beginning, very end of it. Um, and if there's small clips, it's going to go into a transition to that. But other than that, um, coming, I got maybe three, maybe possibly three if I do it at 10 minutes each, maybe four little videos left. Done a pretty long session. Didn't realize it was that long. Um, and thank you, Real Paranormal Broadcast. Uh, much love to each every person here. I appreciate y'all. Earlier today, I did go live and I hung out with some people. Um, got a little sideswiped and a little teary eyed, surprised by somebody who is a very pretty big supporter of a lot of people. And he came by and surprised me with donations, and I couldn't help myself. I was crying. But I enjoyed my stream that I done on D Live earlier. Today it was in the morning time. It's now almost 11:30 at night. But basically, and am going to talk about this too. Basically, the positivity needs to come back to YouTube. Um, I see a lot of people having drama, having issues. Um, People are just, it's not that they're wanting to hate, it's that things are done to them to cause them to get hurt, and then they express their how they're feeling, and the wanting to allow people to know what they've experienced with people. And for me, that's not what I'm about. That's not what I want to be about. Yes, there has been times that I've talked about situations, never people, and it's going to stay that way. Um, I don't like throwing, because here the last few months, my name's been thrown under the bus. Things have happened, drama ensued, and it really hurts that I'm the type of person that steps back. I get upset. Yes, I get emotional, and I go through a lot of emotion when I get hurt. Um, yeah, since the stay at home started, it's gotten a lot worse. I agree with that. I'm not going to talk about Ghost Dog. Me and him really don't talk now. He's kind of busy doing his own thing. And I wish him all the best. I really do. But we don't really talk now. Um, there is, there's been a lot of other stuff that is caused by that. Um, the people name throwing, the drama that keeps getting ensued when stuff is supposed to be dealt with privately. Somebody would come on, talk about the private stuff, says things in the same manner as the person that was, explaining stuff privately. They brought it to light on the stream that didn't have anything to do with them. And that really hurt. For one, I'm not the type of person, I don't want to throw names out there, but I did want to express that, to me, that's not what I'm about. I'm not trying to be holier than thou, high and mighty. It's a respect thing. Alyssa, Badass Newton, it's good to see you. Um, yeah, I'm kind of saddened by that too, Chris. But people are free to make their choices. That he made his choice. I'm keeping my head up and I keep plugging along. That's kind of what I do. And they make that choice to do that. But then again, that also shows their character to throw somebody just out of the blue, their names and everything, that stuff that was said privately under the bus uh into the river, and they have said not so nice things about me. And because of that, I could deal with apologizing, moving on from it. What I can't deal with is somebody apologizing and continues to do it. And that's what I've had to deal with for a few months now. And then people trying to take sides because they don't know the whole story. In my mind, I'm thinking, mind your business. It ain't your business to tell anything to anybody, especially in the public eye. You know? And so I will keep my mouth shut, just talk about the situational type things. I'm not going to throw anybody's name under the bus. I'm not. I just tell it like it is. But me and Ghost Dog are still best friends. Though we don't talk that much right now. Because, of course, he makes his choices, I made my choices, and just kind of been doing our own thing. But yeah, people don't realize from the repercussions of that, I had gotten trolled bad. And I had to deal with that on my own, mind you. No one sticking up for me, no one saying anything to anybody except giving me advice to shut up and leave it alone. Um, and it was pretty bad. And that's one of the things that I've learned from the repercussions of what they done to me is the main reason why I don't do it to anybody else. The only kind of shout outs I do is when I'm talking good about somebody. I would rather keep my mouth shut and continue getting hurt inside than to let anybody have to deal with the crap that I've dealt with. Seriously. And hey, Kill Hut, it is good to see you. And for the most part, I kind of wish that things were different. This person could have been a really good friend of mine if it hadn't been for all that. When you say you're sorry and you don't show that you're sorry by not doing it again, it shows me I can't trust you, you know? And it's been crazy watching other people having to deal with the same stuff. And I'm not talking bad about anybody that does that. I mean, you gotta have the courage to stand up and say something about somebody, and say their name if it's that bad. Sometimes you want to let people know, hey, you might want to watch out for somebody because this is what they're doing. It don't make no sense. You don't want to get sent into this thing, but in the same sense, for me, there's that line that I'm not ever going to cross. I used to watch him a lot in you a while back. Yes, I remember Chris. And part of the reason why I stopped coming here on YouTube so much is because I've been busy on the other platform that I'm on. And with this other platform, more can be done quicker than what it happens here when it comes to actual trolls in the streams. If they got, if you've got the proof to send them directly and it's to people directly, they can actually take care of it faster. And it's not like YouTube where somebody's thing gets shut down all of a sudden for no reason other than just by somebody's work. They don't do that. They have people go into the chats, watch what's going on before they make any kind of decisions. Um, it's it's really, to me, it's really a good thing. In the same sense, there's also different perks to being here than it is on D Live. Over there, um, you can't upload videos. You can show your own videos as long as you're in there commenting like a review of your own videos. Um, but for the most part, you're not supposed to show videos. Um, and the streams only last just a couple of days, 2 or 3 days, and then you're good. Um, it's done and over with, basically. Um, there's it's more of a big support system here on YouTube. It's almost like everybody for themselves, and so it gets kind of frustrating when if you're at it alone and you don't really know anybody. You don't know where to start first, and I definitely can understand that. But there's perks here as opposed to over there, but there are a lot of perks um, there that YouTube doesn't have. So it kind of, I'm trying to balance both. Okay, basically, it's kind of a hard thing to do, but I'm gonna sure as hell try. Um, and like I said yesterday, I uploaded a video of the Riverside Cemetery. Yes, it is shaky. Yes, it's um, probably a little bit lower quality than I like, but it's because the stabilization was not there, and I didn't have the capacity to have the stabilization working. On for some reason, my Wonder Chair was not working correctly, so it's yeah, it's really kind of tough. It's and it's hard to manage. Like I thought I would be all gung ho. I'll do a stream on D Live first, and I'll do a stream on YouTube first. That I ain't got the energy for that, especially when I'm doing like a 3, 4, or 5 hours live stream. Turn around and try to do another similar stream here on YouTube is kind of hard. Um, I just like YouTube because I love editing, getting better and better. Yes, yes. I love to edit myself. I love to edit videos. I love to be able to sit there and think of how to transition. Um, and everybody's a little different on their editing. I've noticed everybody has different taste in how they edit their videos, how they transition clips to other clips. Everybody is just a little bit different, which makes everybody's videos so unique, and I love that. Um, on a on D Live, you know, like I said, you can't really do the video thing as of right now that I know of. I'm hoping that at some time they will. But I will say this as far as people trolling, people wanting to throw shade, talking bad about me and stuff. And I'm going to say this directly to them. Keep on talking bad about me. Keep on talking junk. Because all it is feeding my determination to stand up and rise above the situation. I'm not going to let you, the haters, the people wanting to talk shit about me, you ain't getting to me. So sorry, but you're not getting to me. You're actually helping me rise above the bullshit to make me do better. Well, that's cool, Kill Hut. Um, my internet does not allow me to do that, but and I'm being serious, y'all. If you've got people that are hating on you, that are throwing shade at you, do what you can. And I learned this lesson: rise above the situation. Don't let them get to you, because the more you let them get to you, the more that they win. Be stubborn. Be like me. Dig your heels in the ground. Figure out what to do. Um, figure out what to do to get yourself in a better position. Don't let people put you down. Don't let people drag you through the mud and treat you like dirt. Don't let people talk crap about you and then you get trolled later because of what somebody else said. And always, you guys, and this goes for everybody, there's two sides to every story. Two sides. Not one side, two sides. You're going to keep on taking sides. To me, and I've seen this. I've seen this. People don't understand. There's always at least two sides to every story. Then there's the truth. You're gonna judge another person by what somebody else said without going to that person and asking them, "Hey, what happened?" Either they're gonna tell you it's none of your business to move on. Some people do that, or they're gonna flat out tell you their side of the story. And then it will be up to you to decide who if you want to take sides then or not. And yes, I have on Twitter have shown my emotions through things out there that people were talking negative, false things about me. And I approached it and I brought it to light on my own terms. And you're right, Jenna. Those need to check. These people are also turning around and attacking others, blocking us being affiliated with other people when it's not our personal stuff. When you've got the problem, just don't block. I don't I, like if there was somebody, okay, if there's somebody within the community that's having a problem with somebody, um, and then that person ends up, getting a bunch of crap talk, and see none of this, things that have happened should have never happened because things were said privately, and it was brought to light by a certain person. Should have never been brought up because it was said privately. It was trusted not to have been said publicly. And it's not right and it's not fair. And for it to have come to light, it just shows what that's all about on that person, basically. I'm like Switzerland. I have friends, my family, and people I support. Always go in there, always supporting whoever I possibly can. It's been a difficult road for me, and I'm not going to get into it. But when I go to other channels and I know for a fact I've been either blocked or muted, that's disrespectful and wrong because I never talk shit about anyone, my personal views. Exactly. It, it makes people draw those lines when you start doing things that are not, when it's different if you get into the middle of it, make comments to somebody, one side or the other. That's a little different. It's sort of like, to me, in my mind, in some ways, you inadvertently egged it on. But when somebody doesn't say anything and they're like, oh, associated with this person, because they're associated with that person, I'm blocking them off my channel. When that person also supported the other. That's not cool. Hey, Miss Canadian Scrapper, it is good to see you. Patrick, I got used to being timed out by mistake. I just stay there and say it was okay. How are you doing, Miss Canadian Scrapper? I hadn't seen you in a long time. Well, I hadn't been here in a long time. But how are you doing? I just wanted to kind of put in, and I'm a big supporter of a lot of people, and a lot of you guys know that. I do what I can to support everybody the best way I can. Um, and to have somebody say things that either aren't true or dare say said privately that should have never been brought out in public, um, it should reflect on them. It should not reflect on anybody that supports one side or the other. I've been timed out a couple times by accident. I understand. Yeah. And for me, I'm the type that I want, if I see somebody that is in having issues or is upset, I want to try to be there as much as I can, as best as I can. And if I can't, you know, I'm sorry, I'm trying my best. That's how I feel. Just taking care of my mom and working. And I totally understand that, Miss Canadian Scrapper. But for other people, I've noticed I follow other people being judged by that. I don't judge you. I don't judge those other people who they follow, and you get muted. Yeah, I know. Um, in some ways, I feel like there are people out there trying to avoid drama, so they do that. But in the same sense, drawing lines is not helpful to anybody. When you draw lines, you're automatically judging somebody. And sometimes I will say this, is sometimes it's the people that you keep, you know, you're associated with. Sometimes people just do that, and it's not right. It's not fair, um, to anybody. And then it just adds to that drama, if that makes sense. It just kind of adds to it. But in the same sense, like I said, I see where they may be coming from. They want to protect themselves from more drama added to what they already have. Um, I've done that for a couple of people. Um, they kind of disappeared, and it's because of the things that have been said and done that came back at me for some reason. They're no longer able to talk on my chat. So, and it's because I want to keep it as drama free as possible. Um, We've lost those connections, bonds. Neighbor to neighbor and family members will help each other. Yeah. Yeah. I totally get that. I think we've all lost touch with things, and when it comes down to it, I wouldn't say completely loyalty, but being honest is one of my biggest keys. And when somebody's not being honest with me, I can smell that a mile away. I'm sick and tired of it. Ridiculous. And exactly, we need to come together as a unit and support each other, not sit out there throwing names, throwing shade and hate towards each other. Um, and I can understand that, honey bugs. Um, I've been doing live streaming for so long, and I've done it for my other platform too. I know if I left for a while, it would cause trouble. Miss Southern Belle, hello, it's good to see you. But yeah, you guys, when it comes to the people hating, the people blocking and whatnot, just take that frustration and be more determined to use that for a better action for yourself. Like for me, I'm determined to keep going. I'm determined to keep my focus on you guys as my subscribers, my followers on Twitter, my followers on DLive. I'm very much focused on doing better for you guys because the last few months has really not been me. I've been upset. I've been hurt. A lot of things that I will not ever say on a live stream. But basically, what it is I've been hurt. Um, People made decisions, and I basically got ignored, left alone for a long time. Until people started realizing what it, I guess, in a way, things unfolded and they realized what it was, they started understanding. Um, there's a lot of supporters on DLive that have come together and shown their support, shown their love. Same as over here. Every time I go live, you guys are here. And I do want to say I appreciate it. Um, Much love to each and every one of you guys that are here. I do apologize. I kind of brought this up and I kind of brought this part on. Um, but I felt like it needed to be said, at least my opinion of it. This is Midnight Madness, for goodness sakes. I wanted to go ahead and do a more positive live stream. But in the same sense, I wanted to explain that part of it. People come, I mean, everybody judges. It's part of our nature. First impressions are your very first judgment of somebody. That's why everybody says first impression means everything. And although shouldn't be like that, that's what our part of our nature is. We size things up and seeing um if they're going to be friendly, if they're if they are showing like they're going to be grumpy, bad attitude, um if they're one that likes to follow the rules, you can kind of judge that a little bit just based on first impression. And so, this whole thing has been very frustrating for me, and been a very open eye experience. And like I said, I'm trying to stay away from the drama. But the drama that kept getting thrown at me is making me more determined than ever to do better for you guys. Um, Seriously, I want to do better for you guys. And I do want to give you guys a heads up. There's going to be a life change for me on sometime in the summertime. You guys are not going to believe it. And the sad part is, I can only choose one platform um, to show it on. And because I'm getting, when I, when I'm on D Live, people donate certain currency to, their currency is lemons, basically, to the host to show their support and their love. I've been work. That's where I've been at, is working towards the goal, um, pushing myself to do better streaming, and those donations that I've been getting from that side is helping me fund to get to do this move. And in doing this move, I'm more focused than ever. I want to be able to experience more things, kind of spread my wings and fly, like I always told you guys. Um, I'm gonna be with some friends that I trust and I love very deeply. Um, they have said, "Come on down here, start a new life here," basically, and that's what I need to do. That's where I'm stuck at. I'm in the crossroads. Do I sit here for now, maybe the rest of my life, not be able to get a job, not be able to grow and hang out with people and make decisions on my own without having to worry about what everybody else thinks or what my family or my parents think? And it might be considered a drastic move because I'll be like, my parents ain't going to be able to come to get me. You know, if something happens, they won't be able to come. Everything that I do from the time I hit that bus till the time that I may decide to come back at some point, but I'm not doing it to come back permanently. I'd be doing it to come back to visit. And in doing so, I'm hoping that I'm able to do some exploring, be able to show you guys some very cool videos, and be able to grow and do different things with both my channels. Um, I'm very happy um, for everybody, you know, and everybody's growing, everybody's learning different things. There are certain things with us being stay in place orders and whatnot, we kind of adapted, although not all of us very well, and I understand why, but we pretty much adapted to everybody on the internet, everybody doing their own thing, and being able to support each other. That's kind of a big thing for me. Um, so if you guys don't see me for a little bit live streaming, you guys are definitely going to see me through the videos. Um, every so often, I might do something like this, and it'd be kind of a follow up to a video I posted. And I'm thinking every Thursday I am going to try my best to give you guys a video, some kind of video. Um, just earlier today, for about 3 or 4 minutes, I filmed the birds outside trying to feed off of the bird feeders, and they were flying around. You know, and it was almost storming. They're flying around each other, kind of knocking. There's a couple of them pushing each other off the bird feeders, which I thought was kind of funny. But it was really interesting, and I love being able to show you guys stuff like that. looking forward to the next few videos to see what I can catch him Fallen's next few videos. Yeah, and like I want to go back through my videos now to see what I've caught because I hadn't seen them. I mean, I've seen them enough to know kind of what they're about, but I'm not done specifics. Rachel loves this. It's good to see you. Missed you, Fallen. I don't have D Live. I'm sorry. Um, I'm doing okay. Ghost Dog is doing his own thing. He's okay. Um, but we really don't talk now. Um, we just really don't talk right now, and I think a lot of it is he's really focused on whatever it is he's doing. Um, so I wish him all the luck and best in everything that he does. And as his best friend, I'll be there to support him where I can. Um, but that's me. That's me taking my direction as far as our friendship. That's what I'm gonna do. Whatever comes his way. If he needs help, he knows he can contact me or anything. And I appreciate that, Patrick. He says you've come a long way, Fallen, since you first started. You're doing good. I do appreciate that. I know I used to be really timid when I first started live streaming. Um, Actually, my first live stream I ever done was, I think, around either Easter time last year or the year before. One of the two. I done, uh, I know I done one live stream and I done it with my phone that uses Streamlabs. And that got kind of interesting because I was kind of looking away, having to look at the screen because I couldn't see it. And but I enjoy streaming more than anything. I enjoy streaming. Um, we are a family here that's interested in the paranormal and other things. Yes, and I'm the same way. I'm not just a paranormal. I'm not just an opinion piece. Regina's Adventures, it's good to see you. Hey Ray, the fams, good to see you. Um, but for me personally, people come up in my channel, and this is also a big shout out to the mods. If anybody comes up in my channel wanting to start crap, especially with me talking smack, get do your thing. Hit them with that wrench. Because drama does not need to be on either of my channels. I am putting my foot down about that. People can argue with me all day about it. But when it comes down to it, and this is an argument it reminds me of an argument that started here. There's a similar argument that started on D Live. It's sort of like you going into somebody's house and you want to talk crap about them. Do you think for one moment they're actually going to let you stay there talking crap about them in the chat? I'll hit them with my polar bear. But yeah, I'm just giving everybody fair warning. Do not come up in my chats wanting to start drama because it will that will get deleted. You will be muted automatically because it's bad enough the things I've dealt with behind the scenes as opposed to being streaming. It's like being a police officer again. Well, that's cool, Patrick. Enough cops. Enough oops. Ah. But but yeah, I'm just the top. I'm tired of the drama. I'm tired of crap. I'm tired of people coming at me or making snide remarks about me. Um I'm tired of getting screenshots of stuff that I really don't care to really look at. Um, and I definitely don't want updates about certain people. Some people might know, some people might not know, but I'm just putting it out there like I don't want to know. Once I kind of wash my hands of something or somebody, I just really don't want to know. That's my biggest thing. Although I love everybody, I don't have to like everybody. And when people make decisions that end up could possibly be hurtful in the long run, yeah, I don't play that game. I don't want to play that game. That's not me. And like I said, I'm going to keep on if something does happen. I want to say something, bring something to the light. You guys will never ever hear me say somebody's name out loud when it comes to something kind of hard situation to deal with. When I'm shouting somebody out because they're doing really good and I'm proud of them, yeah, I'm going to shout them out. I'm going to shout them out by name because it's something positive. I don't want to do the drama stuff. I hate drama to begin with, but in my wing talks, I kind of, I started out talking about both sides of the story and then bring my opinion into it. I do that because, you know, there are people that somebody could say one thing and then it's pitchforks at the ready to kick somebody's ass. I don't play that game. I don't want that. I just want people to understand more than anything. That's been my biggest thing since the beginning of when I started my wing talk is to people to understand. And if somebody does something that is kind of a dumb move, I may end up calling out that dumb move, never the person themselves. And yes, drama does get the wrong type of views. I don't like being the person that everybody comes to. I get such big numbers, and it's all because I'm talking crap about somebody. For me personally, that makes me feel bad because I've been on the other side. I've seen what happens, and I understand why there's a lot of people that don't like drama in the first place. I don't like it because it stresses me out, and then I'm all out of whack, and it takes me forever to get back to where I was or be a evolved version of me, I guess you could say. Um, I've seen how hurtful it can get and how damaging it can get on the other side. And I've seen that happen to other people before. I don't want shade thrown. I just don't. I just want people to understand that kind of situation. Try to people can assume all they want to, but unless I say who it is, you're never going to know who I'm talking about. Seriously. And if you decide to try to make guesses, I'm not ever even going to tell you then either. Because for me personally, what business is it of somebody's to know exactly who it is? Unless you're the one that's directly involved in it, I don't see why you would need to know. Some people have done that to me. Like exactly who am I talking? I've had people come up to me and be like, "Seriously, who are you talking about?" And I'm like, and this person has no idea what's been said or who it was about. And I'm like, why do you even care? Why? I'm talking about the kind of behavior, the kind of things, the choices that people made to get to that point where there's this argument or this situation that happened that should not have happened. Well, constructive criticism is okay, but there is a line. Yes, and it's constructive criticism is meant to help somebody, not to hurt them. It'd be like, I will bring this in as an example. When I first started um, doing my wing talks, the person that I would always ask how I done, get notes from, so to speak, pick up on, would be my best friend at the time, Ghost Dog. I got several other best friends that I've made along this journey on streaming and being on YouTube and stuff. But yeah, Ghost Dog was the one I go to for constructive criticism. And of course, one of the first things he said was, "You threw a lot of stuff out the window that you should have kept in, and you should have kept on going with certain points." Um, and he wasn't doing it to be mean. He was doing it to say, "You can do better than that." Basically, what I'd done, I got nervous, thought I could do it a different way, and it would work. It worked, just not as effectively as what I had planned to begin with. So, and I'm being honest, he could probably tell you the same thing. You could ask him. He could probably tell you the same thing. There's much bigger things going on in everybody's lives and social areas in real life than go online and people prejudging others. Yeah, I've definitely had to do a lot of focusing on myself. And I know that sounds selfish because myself, I'm always helping other people. That's what drives me. That's what helps me keep busy with me being here all the time, is helping other people. But in the same sense, I have to be kind of selfish. And even as a caregiver, you're taught the first person that you take care of out of everybody is also yourself. And it's not to be selfish, and it's not to um, put others aside. It's because if you don't help yourself, you cannot help other people. If you cannot focus on yourself and do your own thing for a little while, you cannot do the things that you would want to do to help other people out. And some of you are kind of the same way. And you guys, I love you guys to death. You guys are awesome supporters. There's a lot of you that have been here since the beginning. And I always appreciate it. I really, really do. And of course, I am still always going to support people, no matter what. But now it's more or less when I've got the chance to. I'm not worried about it anymore as much as I had been. Um, yeah, if you can't help yourself, you can't help others. That's basically what it means. Um, and I'm learning to be a little bit selfish and be like, well, I want to do this rather than feel obligated to do something. And I know that sounds like I put it the wrong way, but there's times that I feel more obligated to be somewhere. And when it comes down to it, I really don't have to be anywhere. Unless somebody specifically asks me for help at certain times to get to that point where it's helping them, I'm not obligated otherwise. If I say yes, I'm obligated to a point. But the thing is, there's going to be times I'm going to start saying no. And the only reason why I say that is because what if I need some me time? What if I'm at that point and I'm kind of in a dark spot for that day? I don't want to try to help somebody when I'm in a dark spot because then I just drag other people down. The last few months has been more or less I've been angry and upset. A lot of changes happen real quick. And now I'm mellowing out. Enough's enough. I'm tired of the crap. I'm tired of me being that way. I'm tired of other people taking it that way and judging me based on what somebody else says. I'm just tired of it. And the way I look at it, if I see it, people doing that, I'm going to end up just bouncing. I may just completely bounce away from that. I'm not going to stay there, and I won't be put in that situation anymore. For sure. And thank you guys. You guys don't know how much it means for the support you guys have given me. Um, the people that have shared me out, the people that have been on my panels, the people that have been there and experienced things with me, not just being um, on the sidelines, but you guys have experienced a lot in the last couple of years. Um, Definitely working towards doing more, putting more content out there. It stinks because I can only do so much with the internet I've got, which is basically chatting with you guys. But I would rather be doing this than not doing anything at all. And without your guys' support, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be doing streams. I wouldn't be trying to do videos. And if it wasn't for the encouragement of my best friend and my best friends now, I wouldn't be doing any of this, and I wouldn't even be thinking about trying to get a better life than what I've got now. So kudos to all of you guys here. Not just you guys that are here now, but the ones that will come and watch. And yes, I know, I kind of talk about a little bit of stuff. Maybe I shouldn't have, but in a lot of ways, I felt like you guys had a right to know that I understand the ones that have had to deal with trolls, the people that have had to deal with people throwing shade at you, and then you get trolled because the shade was thrown at you. I understand it. That's the main reason why I'd never want to ever throw somebody's name under the bus, especially when it comes to a difficult situation or something that I'm talking about. I don't want to be the cause of somebody getting trolled because of something I said. That's why I'm that's why I'm very protective. You can even ask um, my best friend. He comes out and says, "Well, give me the names of these people that have been uh, trolling you." Even to him, I won't do it. I show things to him. I tell him what is said. He says, "Not that I don't believe you, but I want to know their names." Sorry, you get the same answer as everybody else, buddy. So, and I think another thing. Um, that's another issue for another day, though. But yeah, even to my best friend, I'm not going to say names. I've not said um, too much about situations, just talking about little situations here and there that have been adding up to where it is now. And yes, there has been a lot of things that have happened and people coming over talking smack. Um, there has been actually a little bit more drama that than I care to on D Live, but the thing is, things are starting to hopefully settle down there. Um, hopefully everybody get back to being happy, doing their own thing, not having to worry about staying at home, and get back to actually having lives. Yeah, kind of a wing talk session in the Midnight Madness. Um, but yeah, the people that keep the anger going, keep talking about stuff. Well, on your welcome, Regina's Adventures. Much love to you. I do appreciate it, and this is another reason why I do the things that I do. Like my little wing talks is me kind of talk about my experiences. And in doing so, sometimes it does help other people. People can relate to somebody that may be going through the same thing. And for me, I also talk about the focuses that I have to get out of that situation, or maybe advice that has maybe helped me. Not that I would suggest doing exact same things, because as a human, you know, as a human, I'm going to make mistakes too along the way. My job is to try to help other people, period. And if it's also just to even relate to somebody, that's that is my priority. I just me personally, I just don't couldn't see a way around it. That this was not as in depth as it is right now, but this is some of what I talked about on D Live earlier or yesterday, technically, because it's 12:30 at night or in the morning. Um, but in the same sense, you're reaching out saying you guys are not alone when you have a hard time. And me as a streamer, I know a lot of times my job is to entertain, to bring happiness and joy and all that. Sometimes I do informational stuff. Might not be stuff that people want to hear, but in the same sense, it could also teach you a lesson, um, something that you might not have known. And even on D Live this morning, I opened up and explained about myself. Um, a lot more than I'm used to. I'm kind of relieved that I did it, but in the same sense, I'm kind of worried about it because there we go again. Somebody, try could try to judge me over it, and I got to be ready for it. But what I'm doing, and I suggest other people do, is if you are getting that and it's not stopped, find a resolution for yourself. Take that focus of the anger and hurt and resentment, whatever it is, and put it back on something positive, like what I'm doing. My resolve is I'm gonna lose weight, which I already started. I'm gonna be working on my mental health, which means out with the bad, in with the good. Focusing also on my spirituality and growing as a medium with my gifts. Those are some of my own resolves. And then also, I'm also going to focus on you guys, my subscribers, my followers. I'm going to focus on you guys. I'm not going to be focusing on other people and what they're dealing with and what they're doing. If they want to come talk to me about anything, collabing or any of that kind of thing, I'm more than happy to collab. But when it comes to the drama crap, enough's enough. I'm done with it. I don't want it. Hell, from what I I didn't even say anything about this person, and this person starts in. Not, I didn't say it to them. I didn't say anything wrong out of the way. Things just got to the point where it involved me and this other person, and this person stuck their nose in, brought things out that were private into public. That's wrong. And then to make assumptions about somebody when they have no proof, just going by on a theory, just throwing it out there, throwing the theory out, was wrong. And I just done with it. I really am. Um, so moving along, I have done a good bit of exercises yesterday. I got frustrated enough. And you're right, Patrick, it's not their place to. Never was their place to begin with, because this person will never come talk to me as an adult and actually sit down and really talk to me. If they had a problem with me, could have come straight to me. And that's why I think everybody should be, come straight to that person rather than blasting people on live streams. Um, and I'm talking about this one person. That's the one thing that I know of that could have been more respectable, was you talk, if you have issues, talk to that person, as if you can. Talk to the person before anything else happens or escalates. You talk to that person one on one, privately. And I'm not talking about everybody else's stuff. I'm talking about my personal look on what has been going on with me. Not ever, I'm just clearing that up because I don't know what's going on here in the YouTube world. I don't see everything, even though I've come in and said hey to people on streams. I don't know what's going on. You know, who am I to judge what, I understand getting your frustrations out. I totally understand it. I go in and say, hey, I don't really know exactly what's going on. And I want to be there to support that person, not necessarily, whatever is going on. I don't want to be in the middle of it. That's the biggest thing. And as a viewer of other streamers, we're all human. We do have emotions. Sometimes things get brought out that probably should be kept shut in a little bit. But in the same sense, once it's out there, it's out there. You really can't take it back. Um, and it's, for me, who am I to judge? If I'm not in the middle of it, who am I to judge the other person? Because I don't know that situation. But if I was somehow in that situation, yeah, I have a right to maybe say something in a way. That would be a nice gesture to get paid for it. Yes, totally understand that. And for some people, at least personally, me, for people to try to take sides is not cool. Because if they've known me long enough, they've been around me long enough to start going along with all this other crap makes me wonder sometimes about where everybody's head is at. So definitely next few days there are certain things I am going to be cleaning out, going to be working on. Um, I am working right now on the next cemetery video. Like I said, there are parts of it that I've had to cut loose because of the fact it does have somebody in there that I really am not allowed to show them. They do not want to be shown, so I have to respect that. And as a YouTube creator, I'm going to respect that no matter what. Now you guys, when I show this video, when this video that's coming out goes live, probably this coming Thursday. I want you guys to keep in mind, I'm not going to go back and do recaps on these. What I'm doing is I'm cutting it off at a point where I know the video is going to be manageable. Once I do that, I'm going to go take the next clip and put it in where it needs to go after the intro. I will not do a recap. You guys that have been here know what I do with spirit boxes. I always do a protection prayer before. I explain things and I put it. I'm sorry, I felt something kind of rub up against my foot like a moth or something. Um, and then after that, I go on with the spirit box session. I'm not going to keep showing that part of it. Because if I do, it's going to just take that much longer. It's going to take another couple of videos for me to put out. And I know you guys are excited. You guys want to see it as well. So you guys, when these spirit box session videos come out, you guys are going to need to keep in mind, I've done a protection prayer before I started. And at the end, I pretty much tell them, hey, spirits, you're not allowed to be anywhere near, don't attach yourself to anything here, either one of us, the car, all this other stuff, because we done the spirit box session in the car. Okay, honey bugs. But if, and the guy, and the people that's mentioned that they heard whispering, if you guys, in this last video, if you heard whispering, um, and you want to go back through and listen to it, if you can't give me timestamps of when you saw something or you heard something to where I can actually look at it, because every time I look at that video, it makes me kind of okay, and I'm stopping every so often trying to find what you guys are talking about. And I get a little, for me personally, I get a little frustrated because I'm like, I know this video because I've watched this 5,000 times already. I'm either not seeing it or I'm not hearing it correctly. Because it gets all jumbled in my head, which is kind of normal once you do a video like that. And I never expected it. I never expected anything to come of it. I thought it was going to be cool just to see the surroundings. Have you ever felt anything before you go to anywhere? I've only done a couple, like 2 or 3 different things, and um, you have timestamps on the video. You can put it timestamps in as like, let's say 3 minutes 45 seconds. You can have it as that, and it won't show up necessarily on the YouTube side. You can do a timestamp if you want to. Um, there's a way to do it. I don't remember how to do it, but you can do it like that or do the 2 dots. And it should work. But but to answer Regina's question, there has been a couple times like I've done a video and I felt like either I was going to be very confused or they were not going to be around. Normally, when I get there, Chasing Bones, hello, Danny, it's good to see you. Normally, when I get to the place that I'm at or going to film, is when I usually pick up something like have that feeling of either being really energized or just normal, kind of like nothing here. Um, but I do a video anyway because you never know um, what can happen. The cats are being little boogers. Oh Lord, honey bubs. Okay, honey. Um, but yeah, that last video, and there's quite a few people that have like DM'd me or commented on the video and been like, "Dude, girl, you got whispers there." I had somebody tell me earlier. Um, they actually one of them's in the chat said that they saw a figure. You go you look one way with the camera pan one way. You go pan back around, that figure disappears. I'm like, what? Wait a minute. Are you sure? Yes, Life Journey. Hello, it is good to see you. Um, I'm doing good. I am pretty much done with the old crap had been going on for the last few months. I'm glad that things are starting to get a little better. Um, I'm focusing more on myself and learning how to, but help myself so that way I can help other people out. Much love to everybody here. Wow, I can't believe everybody's in here. It's so good to see everybody too. It's been a while. I'm very happy to see y'all. Um, and yes, I did do a little spiel earlier, so I don't want to get into that. Kind of a wing talk in this. And see, that's the thing. You were able to clearly say it looked like a woman wearing 1800s, like an 1800s style dress. And that kind of set a light bulb in my head, and I went looking for it. But of course, I was not focused completely on that. And then, as much as I edited that or tried to watch that video to make sure everything was okay, I couldn't find it. I'm sorry, I just couldn't. So if you can put, you guys, when you go, if you check out that last video I done, um, hey Christina, it's good to see you. If you guys want to check it out, if you do happen to on something that you have a question about, or you see something, you hear something, if you can give me a timestamp, that will help me out a lot because I will definitely go through each timestamp, listen to everything, watch for everything. Um, and if you guys are able to do screenshots next to a large headstone, oh wow. Um, if you guys can also do like a screenshot, you can email me. You can go on social media and send a direct message to me if you like. And if you want to do a screenshot of it, just send it to me. I'll be more than happy to look at it. Next to a large headstone, there was a couple large headstones there, so it was kind of hard. And there was a mausoleum, you guys. In this video, I hear a thump. I don't turn around real quick because I know that how that camera was working. Um, and so if I turned around really quick, that camera is not got stabilizer in it, so it would have not been really smooth. I do say I hear a thump, and I go start looking, and I go to this mausoleum type structure, and I actually look in, not in sense, I wasn't too close to it, but there were a couple places that were empty. But it freaked me out there for a second because I was looking for where the thump was. Um, and the thing was, my sister went scarce. She was gone. She was nowhere near me. She done her own thing, and I done my own thing. And in doing so, I went and investigated. I went to look for this thump. I don't know what had happened. You could hear it. It was a large tree to the left of the screen as well. Oh wow! And and with with me looking for that, I also was looking at different stones. There was a stone that was all the way back from. It said anybody that is from the I would say Confederacy side back in the Civil War era, it will always have CSA on it, and it's supposed to be like Confederate State Assembly or something like that. And so when you hear me talking about it, it's from back from the Civil War. Um, there were several stones like that where it's a CSA. Even in the other cemetery that I've done a video at, there was a couple the same way. And okay, Patrick, I will. I'll also be on the lookout when I get done with the live stream. I'm going to go back over there and check it. Um, but yeah, I got several comments from people heard whispering, and of course, Patrick's um, seen the woman dressed in the 1800s style dress. And the thing was, there was a lot of people wearing tank tops, and not a whole lot of people, but enough people that were walking around jogging. They were in their jogging gear. Um, when I was doing this, there was nobody there in the beginning. Yep, you're right, Patrick. Confederate States of America, CSA. Um, it was something to that effect. I was thinking. I wasn't completely certain, but I knew it stood for the Confederacy. And so anytime you hear me say something about Confederacy, it's from the Civil War era. Um, I'm hoping. I hope you guys are doing well, though. Can't wait to watch it. Do an investigation today, so I didn't get to watch YouTube. But gonna gonna see right after this. That's really cool, Christina. And I do want to get your opinion on something. There is, I know there were other times I was kind of whispering, kind of talking to myself, but I was wanting, I guess, in a way, I felt like something was trying to tell me to hush. So I kind of whispered just a little bit. But there were people that were saying that they were hearing whispering. And Patrick even heard it, and they said that it was not from me, and they could tell the difference. You could hear my whispering versus something else whispering. And um, it is kind of loud. It is kind of hard to hear because there's lawnmowers going. Um, it's not too far away from like a highway, a 4-lane highway. So you hear the cars in the background. So it was really, really hard to try to really focus and hear. But people were still saying they heard whispering. I'd love to go back and go through that and transcribe it. The other whispering was not you. Yes, you definitely could tell there was a difference between that. And very happy to have been able to just go ahead and bring that out to you guys. It was that place is amazing. There are other um, sites within that cemetery I really wanted to try to film, and I'm hoping before I ever do this move, I want to be able to film that stuff for you guys because I don't know if and when I'll be back up there. Um, because of the historical significance of that area, definitely wanted to do something because it was so big. I only done like a couple of places, and then we just drove around doing the spirit box, and you can see a lot of different places. So you can imagine 13,000 people buried there. A lot of history. There's an author there, congressman, um, people who were former slaves had their own businesses, and there's special history on that as well. There's a guy there. I can't remember his name off the top of my head that was buried there. I couldn't find the grave, but he was somebody. Basically, this history goes he when he was freed, he ended up making it pretty decent. All the restaurant owners knew him, and I think he was a farmer, um, or something to that effect. What he had done was he was selling his harvest to the restaurant owners, and he was the only one that they would run to when they needed supplies or food and whatnot. His harvest to he was the only one, which kind of made me think, wait a second, as a former slave, he was like the first person to kind of like own their own business, uh, selling the crops to these restaurant owners, and they must have loved the quality because they kept going to them. And Patrick and everybody in the chat, if I had known any of that stuff was going on, I would have said something. But see, the biggest thing is I want you guys to see it as well. Um, and you guys are actually giving me some good feedback on it. I didn't know that I ended up catching something. I didn't realize it. I thought it was just going to be a cool exploration video. When in fact, I should have really known because the live stream that I've done there, I will shout this person out, Michelle Coon, caught something going into the tree line, or caught it looked like a figure just walking towards the tree line and disappearing into the tree line when I was live streaming that day. I should have known there was probably something going to happen. Didn't expect it though. Definitely something that I was not expecting. But that's what I do with videos. Like what I'm gonna do, is for me personally, it's just exploration because I don't see the stuff that's going on. You know, I don't see it with my own eyes. I heard something, but I wasn't really sure what it was. And if something was happening right in front of my face, I'm going to react to it and I'm probably going to run like crazy. Yeah, if I reacted to it, you guys would have definitely known it. You guys would have definitely known it because I would have been like cussing mad. No, not cussing mad, cussing scared. Because I've never seen something. Now, weird coincidences happen in the house sometimes. But if I see something that I'm kind of you know, something happens really in front of my eyes, I'm gonna have a reaction. Yes, haul my big fat white ass across that cemetery, for sure. Um, I kind of wanted to get there early enough because they say in that specific cemetery, Confederate soldiers are supposed to be seen walking across the cemetery going down to the river, which is not that far. It's downhill, and it's towards, from what I understand, where what used to be the battlefield is less than a mile down the road from where the cemetery is at. And they don't say when this happens, but every so often, as the sun's rising, you see that happening. Someone else seen a person going into the tree line. That's when you get the real evidence, not knowing it. Yes, and that's the thing. I kind of come in there not expecting much, just because you never know, and I don't want to have high expectations and thinking that, oh, something is going to happen. And normally things happen when you least expect it. And because even though I recorded it, I didn't see it for myself face to face. I experienced a little bit, and maybe I need to start being more vocal if I hear something, um, or anything like that. If like I said, I heard the thump, I'll be more vocal about what I'm hearing. Um, and not that it should bring your attention to it, it should at least make everybody aware. And good night, Regina Adventures. Much love to you, and thank you so much for being here. And I hope you have a good night. So, very excited, very happy about it. I'm hoping um, there is, you know, I'm hoping that some more people can actually be able to watch it, because I feel like, amidst all this craziness, sometimes videos get lost in the mix. Uh, Notifications get lost for sure. A lot of times you get good stuff when you review. Yes, exactly, Patrick. I think, who was it? I would have to say James. Much respect, much love to him. There's been times that he's caught things and he's not even realized he caught it, or he did see it, but he didn't react to it um, necessarily. Like there was I seen in one of his videos, and it's been a while, like a tire just rolling across the floor. I don't think he even reacted to that. I don't think he even saw that. And I think people ended up bringing it up to him. Hey, you got something there. What is this about? Yes, Patrick. The more eyes, the better. And I will advise people, if you get queasy easily, this video is probably not going to be the best for you to watch. Maybe just listen, see if you hear anything. Because I do, like I said, that's an action camera. It's not a GoPro. It's not stabilized. And I appreciate it, Jan's Life Journey. Um, but yeah, that video, that place itself was just beautiful. Um, well kept. The city keeps up with that, and you know they did what they could to restore some of the stones, But there are some that if you try to restore them, the it just makes it worse, I guess you could say, or it doesn't come back the way they intended, and it just does get worse. So I can understand where certain stones, if they've been broken, are not kept up. Um, it's not like my other cemetery video. Now I do have one that's a city cemetery, and there was a lot more stones that were not kept up with. Some of them were broken and laying flat where you couldn't read it. You couldn't see the face of it. It's just laying flat on the ground. There were some that were just stones sitting up on out of the ground, and there were some that were eroded so bad that you couldn't read it. You just seen where it's been washed out. It looks like somebody took bleach right on top of it and tried to clean it or something. Looks bad. It to me that looks bad. And those are the older cemetery stones that I'm talking about. At least at this cemetery that I'm talking about, the Riverside Cemetery, they have groundskeepers. They have people that keep the cemetery looking good, and they have an office right there close by. So all you got to do is go in there. If you see something, you can tell them, "Hey, this is what I've seen. Are you guys going to restore it or what?" I was shown a video of an explorer who does not do paranormal. He caught a shadow figure in pure daylight in the background. He did not know and was told later. Wow. So sometimes doing explorations and the paranormal can happen at the same time you not realize. Gotta get Jet off. Sorry. Oh, it's okay, honey bubs. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. And I hope you have a great weekend as well, honey bubs, if I don't get a chance to talk to you. So definitely, um, I'm definitely really focused on getting things straightened out for myself. And yeah, I am going to be going live a little bit more here than I have been. Um, I am also going to do videos. At least every Thursday, I'll have some kind of video out for you guys to watch. And I'll probably do a couple, maybe a live stream here and there. Probably going to be an hour or two live stream. Um, just hanging out with you guys, giving you updates, and we'll just see how it goes. Um, might do some panels at some point. Not sure when, but I cannot wait for that. Um, I'm still wanting to do um, my Magic of series. I know I missed at least one. That I'm not really too keen on that. I missed it. I kind of feel bad about it. I did promise everybody that I would do it, and I kind of flubbed up and didn't do it, and I do apologize for that. But Magic of series, what I may be talking about, um, even on Monday, I might talk about a little bit, or I might wait until Wednesday. Um, kind of explain the difference between here in America we have Memorial Day and we also have Veterans Day, and um, there is that difference. That time, folks, falling blessings all. And thank you so much for being here, Danny. It's always a pleasure to have you come in and hang out. Much love to you, and I hope you have a good night, good nap. So, but yeah, I am looking forward to doing more with my channel here on YouTube. And like I said, there are perks here that we don't have on the other platform, and there are perks over there that we don't necessarily have here. Um, and if you have any troubles getting to sign in to DLive, let me know. Shoot me an email. Get me on social media. Let me know, and I will do everything I can to see if there's a way that I can help you. If I can't do it, I will give you information to forward it to somebody to help you. Um, they do have a help center, and they do have this thing. It's called tickets. You can get a ticket if you can't get on DLive. Yes, much love to you, Danny. Good night. Um, Poof gone. um, but yeah, that's basically what I'm going to be doing. Kind of giving you updates here and there, trying to help, trying to keep myself from going crazy on it. Took me almost 4 months to get on DLive. Yeah, it kind of gets complicated just to get in there, but once you're in there, you guys are gonna have fun. Um, and it's just like this platform's not for everybody. That platform's not for everybody either. Um, it just depends on your taste. They do have a lot of people that do live streams that are about games. But there are quite a few that do chatting. There is some that just do music. Um, there are a few that do outdoors type things like fishing and um, just exploring the outdoors. Of course, we do have some YouTubers that are live streaming over there. We've got, there's a lot of different types of um, streamers there, and I'm pretty sure if given the chance, you would be able to feel right in. You don't like DLive. Well, I can understand it's not for everybody. Um, it can be a little complicated, especially when you're used to YouTube. And I will say this: if you're like Ghost Dog and it takes forever for him to say, "Yeah, I'm going to give it a try," and he finally gets on there and loves it, you know, I go very rarely, most of the time, just to say hello to people that don't do YouTube anymore. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys miss people that have been YouTubers and they've pretty much made this big jump to the other platform. And the way I look at it, no man left behind. You know, I want to keep you guys here on YouTube updated as much as I'm doing over there on DLive. It's not, to me personally, it's not fair to you guys. Well, I'm very happy that you were able to get there, Patrick. Um, Might have took forever, but at least you're there, and I do appreciate it. And I'm very happy for all you guys. But yeah, I like both platforms. Now I can follow you on both. That's cool. It's good if you really like streaming. I'd rather do contents, tell you the truth. Yeah, I mean, everybody's got different taste. Like, for me, I love to edit. I love to do videos, but right now, I can't do that. My internet will not allow it. All the time. Like, I have to do like one video a week upload because it does take so long. It takes almost an entire day to get a video uploaded to get it ready for you guys. And that is me making sure everything extra that is on the internet is off. I still have to learn how to do a screenshot. There are some phones that do not do screenshots. I've learned that some smartphones are really hard to do screenshots on. Um, I know with my iPhone, I could have there's one button on one side and there's two buttons on the other side. The two buttons are the volumes, but on the other side, that one button plus the bottom button, hit those at the same time, you get a screenshot. I love Cab Seven. He's an awesome dude, and I look up to him. He does a lot of positive um, streams. Always has, even here on YouTube. If it wasn't for um, really Eddie and Jen, kind of got me into Cab Seven. And every once in a while, I have went and watched him, and I stayed there for a little bit. Even for that little bit of time, I always come out feeling better. Oh, I'm on the laptop. Um, on the laptop, if you've got Windows, you can search for something called Snip and Catch, um, or Snip. Snip and Sketch is what it is. Um, and it should bring up this thing. It'll say hit new, and you give it an area to take a picture of. Hit the save button. Make sure you know what name it, and it should be in your documents. That's how I do my screenshots on my laptop. Um, for sure. I still use the flip phone like Gibbs on his. Well, that's cool. Flip phones ain't that bad. One year for Christmas a few years ago, about 5 actually, I got my mom and dad a little cell phone. It's really basic because for one, I wanted to get both of them one, but because my mom wouldn't be able to use hers, they got one to share, and I got it for them for Christmas. Ever since then, my dad's had it, um, uses it all the time. He's always out and about traveling, um, commuting to work and back. So he has it in case anything was to happen to him. He can call my mom or he can call somebody to help him if he needs help. And it's not even a flip phone, it's one of those that's got the buttons and the screen all together. It doesn't flip out any. And it's about the size of maybe less than that, less than the size of a pack of cigarettes. Just me being 61. So yeah, he wants to get in a way he wants to get a smartphone, but he doesn't want to pay for it. He's kind of a hardhead when it comes to that, and I don't know how good that I know my dad would be good at using it. It would be harder for my mom to use it because she's not used to stuff like that. But not everybody can be tech savvy, and not everybody can pick up how to do things quickly. But definitely, I think I am gonna probably get off of here soon. Had a cell phone that was flip phone. I love those. Also had a beeper, so go figure. Didn't even think beepers existed. Wow. Yeah, I think they still have those, but I never see those around. Cell phones are usually the beeper now, which is kind of cool. But I think I am going to get off of here, guys. Much love to everybody that is here, that came by, visited, and been here. Um, yeah, I'm going to be doing more streaming, I promise, and I'm actually trying my best with it. I'm having fun with the editing the videos, and I'm having fun being able to talk to you guys about stuff and be able to help you guys stay in my little loop, getting to know everything, and seeing what comes next. I know you guys are kind of like me, a little bit excited with everything else going on. Definitely don't need the extra things that are going on that shouldn't be going on. Um, I'm learning to focus more on myself. I'm learning to focus the hurt and everything towards focusing on myself and using that as a added determination, I guess you could say, to rise above the situations. And I encourage others to do so. Rise above the situations. Don't deal with the people directly. Don't. I've done this before. Like I talk about situations. I probably should give it time to cool off first before I try that. Um, but very much appreciate every single one of you guys. Much love to each and every one of you guys. And I will be back sometime next week. Not sure when. Also, be expecting another video to come out sometime soon. These videos are actually really short, and it's because of the way my internet is. Hi, Becky Boo Boo. It's good to see you. Um, I'm actually going to be jumping off of here. You guys, if you hadn't checked out my video that I posted yesterday, please go, please go give it a look. Um, it's about 10 minutes long at the most, and basically what this video is part of the continuation of the Riverside Cemetery that I've done, the exploration that I've done. And people actually have said that they've caught things there in that video. Um, the next few videos is probably going to be of the spirit box that I've done in the car. Um, driving around that same cemetery. And my sister and I felt like maybe because there were people coming around a lot and don't want to disturb them, so we done the spirit box session in the car. And there's some pretty interesting comebacks from answers to things that I've said or mentioned, and short ones are easier to review. So I might be doing something right there. Definitely don't want to overwhelm you. A lot of this stuff, if I put everything together, it would have been like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours long. So cutting it down, I think helps. But you guys, I hope you guys take care. Have a good night. Have a very good weekend, and I will actually catch you guys later. Oh, you're good, Becky Boo Boo. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. And I hope you guys are going to start seeing more of me for sure. So, you guys, please take care. Love you guys very much. And you guys just know you guys have helped me through a lot more stuff than you guys realize. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be doing these streams, wouldn't be doing the videos that I do, um, wouldn't be streaming. And all the stuff that I'm doing is made possible because you guys care enough to support. And it means a lot to me. It really does. And with everything that has went on, I felt alone. All my supporters have stepped up and shown, hey, you're not alone. You're okay. We're here. Let's talk it out. Let's chit chat. Let's do something and help you get through this hard time. And I really do appreciate it. I really, really do. And you guys take care. Like I said, next week, be doing some streams here and video drop. So look forward to that. You guys take care. I love you. Just remember, you never know what's out there until you spread your wings and fly.